Hello, everyone.
Welcome to the English Echo.
We're very happy you're here today.
Today, we're going to practice English together in a simple and relaxing way.
I'm Sam.
And I'm Sophia.
We're happy you're here today.
Let's learn together.
So today, we're going to talk about something we all know very well. We're talking about daily routines.
Yes, daily routines. It is such a wonderful way to practice English, you know?
It really is. Talking about what we do every day is a great way to practice simple verbs. And we can practice time expressions too.
Exactly. Things like waking up, going to work, eating lunch. We all do these things.
Right. And today, we are going to use our friend Jessie as a great example.
Yes, Jessie. She has a very typical normal day. So we will talk about her routine.
And I think we can share a little bit about our own typical days too.
I would love that, Sam.
Great. Well, every routine starts at the beginning of the day, right at the morning rush.
The morning rush. Yes, mornings can be very busy for people. They really can. So our friend Jessie, she wakes up early. Her alarm goes off at 6 a.m. Oh, wow. 6 a.m. is quite early.
It is. Sometimes she wakes up at 7 a.m., but usually it is 6. And, she says she really does not like her alarm clock. I think most people feel that way. Nobody really likes that loud sound in the dark.
Yeah, exactly. It feels so sudden. You are sleeping and then beep, beep, beep. You have to wake up.
Right. But, her job starts early, so she needs to wake up for work.
We all have to do it. So she gets out of bed, and the very first thing she does is go to the bathroom.
That is a very normal first step.
Yeah. She goes to the bathroom, she brushes her teeth, and she washes her face with cold water.
Ah, cold water. That is a very good habit. Cold water helps you feel awake.
Awake, just from the water. Yes. When the cold water touches your skin, it gives your body a little shock. It sends a message to your brain that says, wake up. The day is starting.
Oh, that makes sense. So it is not just to be clean. It is to actually wake up your brain.
Exactly, Sam. It gets you ready for the day.
I need to try that. I usually just use warm water.
You should try cold water tomorrow. It really works.
Okay, I will.
Yeah.
So after the bathroom, Jessie goes to the kitchen and she makes coffee.
The morning coffee. For many people, the day does not start without it.
Right. But here's the interesting part. While the coffee is while it is brewing, she checks her phone.
Oh, yes. This is a very modern habit. We all do this now.
Yeah, she checks her text messages, she reads her emails for work, and maybe she looks at social media for a few minutes.
It is so common. You stand in the kitchen drinking that first cup of warm coffee and you look at a bright screen.
Is that a good thing to do?
Well, it is nice to see messages from friends, but reading work emails so early can sometimes make you feel stressed,
Yeah, I agree. You are still in your pajamas, but your brain is already at work.
Right. But it is just part of Jessie's routine. So what does she do next?
Next, she gets dressed. She puts on her clothes for work.
Does she wear fancy clothes?
No, not at all. She wears very simple, comfortable work clothes, just some nice pants and a normal shirt.
That is smart. Simple clothes are so much easier in the morning.
They really are. You do not have to think about it. You just put them on and go.
I do the same thing. I have a few favorite sweaters and I just cycle through them.
Exactly. So she is dressed, and then it is time for breakfast.
Breakfast is so important. What does Jessie eat?
She keeps it very simple. Often she just has toast with some butter and jam.
Toast and jam. Very classic.
Yeah. And sometimes she has yogurt with fresh fruit. Or maybe some eggs.
Those are great choices. Yeah. Yogurt and eggs give you good energy for the morning.
Right. So she eats her simple breakfast, she drinks her coffee, and then she has to leave the house.
So the morning routine is finished. Now it is time for the commute.
Yes, the commute. That means traveling from your home to your workplace.
Right. How does Jessie get to work?
Well, she leaves her house at about 7 a.m. and she usually takes the bus. Okay, taking the bus is very common. How long does it take?
The bus ride is about 30 minutes.
That is not too bad. 30 minutes gives you some time to relax before work.
It does. Jessie says she uses that time to listen to music. Or sometimes she listens to a podcast.
Oh, that is wonderful. Just looking out the window, listening to music. It is a nice way to start the day slowly.
Yeah. She does say that sometimes she drives her car to work instead.
Is driving faster?
It is faster. If she drives, it only takes about 15 to 25 minutes.
That is faster. But driving can be stressful, with all the traffic and the other cars.
Exactly. On the bus, you can just sit and rest. But when you drive, you have to pay attention the whole time. Yes, so listening to music on the bus sounds much more relaxing.
I think so too. So she arrives at work around 7:30 a.m. She arrives early.
Yes.
And then she officially starts her workday at 7:45 a.m. And what does a typical workday look like for her?
Well, the very first thing she does at her desk is check her emails.
More email.
More emails. Yes, she checks emails and she organizes her tasks for the day, making a list of what she needs to do.
That is a very organized way to start.
Yeah. And then she worked on her computer for many hours, just typing, reading, working on projects.
Working on a computer all day can make you very tired.
It really can. Your eyes get tired. So she is always happy when lunchtime arrives.
Oh, yes. Lunchtime is the best part of the workday. What time does she eat? She usually eats at 12 p.m. or sometimes 1 p.m. And does she buy food at a restaurant?
Actually, no. She almost always brings a simple lunch from home.
Oh, that is very smart.
Yeah. She brings things like a sandwich or maybe a healthy salad. Or sometimes she just brings leftovers.
Leftovers are great. They are. But Sophia, I have a question about this. Can you explain why many people choose to bring leftovers or a sandwich instead of buying food?
Of course, Sam. There are a few very good reasons. First, it is practical. You don't have to leave the office to find food.
Right, you just walk to the office kitchen.
Exactly. Second, it saves a lot of money. Buying lunch every day at a restaurant is very expensive.
It really is. It adds up so fast.
It does. And third, bringing food from home is often much healthier. You know exactly what is in your sandwich or your salad.
That makes a lot of sense. And Jessie also mentioned something else about lunch that she loves.
What is that?
She loves eating with her coworkers. They sit together, they talk, and they laugh.
Oh, that is so important. Eating with your coworkers helps build friendships.
Yeah, it is not just about the food. It is about taking a break from the work.
Right. Laughing and talking with friends makes the workday so much more fun. It helps you relax before you have to go back to your computer.
Exactly. Because after lunch, it is time for afternoon work.
The afternoon can feel very long sometimes.
It really can. For Jessie, her afternoons are full of meetings, and many of these meetings are online.
Online meetings. You sit and look at the screen and talk to people on the video.
Yes, it takes a lot of energy to do that for hours.
It does. But eventually, the workday ends. What time does she finish? She usually finishes work around 4:30 p.m. or sometimes 5:30 p.m. That is a full day of work. She must be tired.
Very tired. Which brings us to the next part of her routine, the evening relaxation.
My favorite part of the day. Me too. So Jessie leaves the office. She takes the bus or drives back home, and she arrives at her house around 5 p.m. It is so nice to finally walk through your own front door after a long day.
It is the best feeling. But when she gets home, she says she really needs to relax for a bit. She needs to disconnect.
Disconnect. That is a very important word.
It is. I want to ask about that, Sophia. What does it mean to disconnect from work?
Well, to disconnect means to rest your mind completely. It means you stop thinking about your emails or your meetings or your tasks.
You just leave the work at the office.
Exactly. You cut the connection to your job. You just enjoy your home, your family, and your free time.
That sounds so peaceful.
It is necessary for our health. We cannot think about work all the time.
Right. So how does Jessie disconnect?
What does she do?
First, she changes her clothes. She takes off her work clothes and puts on very comfortable clothes.
Oh, I do that immediately when I get home. Sweatpants and a soft t-shirt.
Yes. Feels so good. Then she sits on her sofa. Sometimes she watches TV or maybe she just reads the news on her phone.
Just sitting on the sofa is a great way to let your body rest. It is. And then around 6:30 p.m., she makes dinner. Does she like to cook?
She does. Sometimes she enjoys cooking new recipes. She finds it fun. But if she is very tired, sometimes she just orders food from a restaurant to take a break.
That is very normal. We all need a break from cooking sometimes.
Yeah. But whether she cooks or orders food, there is one thing she always has to do after dinner.
Oh, no. Is it washing the dishes?
Yes, it is. Washing the dishes. The not so fun chore.
Nobody loves washing dishes, Sam. It is just part of life.
It really is. You eat a nice meal, you feel relaxed, and then you see a tall pile of dirty plates in the sink.
It is annoying, but, well, when the kitchen is clean, it feels very nice.
That is true. Once the dishes are done, the rest of the evening is completely free.
So what does Jessie do with her free time in the evening?
She spends time with her family. They might watch a movie together or just sit and talk about their day.
That sounds like a beautiful evening.
It is. And sometimes she does some light exercise. She likes to go for an evening walk.
An evening walk is such a good habit for your health.
Yeah. Just walking around the neighborhood, getting some fresh air. It feels good after sitting at a desk all day.
It helps your body digest dinner, and it helps your mind relax before bedtime.
Exactly. Which brings us to the final part of Jessie's routine, bedtime habits.
Bedtime habits are so important for a healthy mind, you know.
They really are. If you have a good bedtime routine, You will sleep so much better.
So how does Jessie prepare for sleep?
First, she takes a shower before bed. Usually a nice warm shower.
A warm shower at night is so relaxing, it washes the stress of the day away.
It does. And then she gets into bed. But she does not go to sleep right away.
What does she do?
She reads. She reads a physical book, or sometimes she listens to an audiobook.
A physical book? That means a real book made of paper.
Yes, exactly. Not a book on a tablet or a phone. A real paper book.
That is a very good choice.
I think so too. But I want to ask you, Sophia, why do you think reading a book is better before bed than checking a phone? Because many people just look at their phones in bed.
Many people do, yes. But looking at a phone before bed is not good for your sleep.
Why is that?
Well, screens from phones and computers have a very bright light. This bright light tricks your brain. It makes your brain think it is still daytime.
Oh, wow. So your brain thinks the sun is still up.
Exactly, Sam.
Yeah.
So the screen keeps your brain too awake. But a good story in a paper book does the opposite.
It calms you down.
Yes. It helps your mind calm down, and it prepares your body to rest. That makes a lot of sense. So she reads her book, she feels sleepy, and then she goes to sleep around 10:30 p.m. or 11 p.m. And what time does she wake up again?
A.m. So she tries to get 7 or 8 hours of sleep every night.
7 or 8 hours is the perfect amount. That is the goal.
Why is that number so important? Why do we need 8 hours?
Because sleep is like medicine for our bodies and our minds. When we sleep for 8 hours, our bodies repair themselves, our muscles grow, and our brains organize all our memories from the day.
So if you don't sleep enough, your brain cannot organize everything.
Right. You will wake up feeling confused, tired, and maybe a little grumpy.
Yeah, I am definitely grumpy when I don't sleep 8 hours.
Me too, Sam. We all need good sleep.
We do. So that is Jessie's whole routine, from waking up at 6 a.m. to going to sleep at 11 p.m. It is a very full day.
It really is. And, while everyone's routine is a little different, the simple actions are the same for all of us.
Yes, we all wake up, we work, we eat, and we rest. Exactly. Those simple actions really connect us all.
They do. And thinking about our routines can help us practice our English too.
Absolutely.
So, to everyone listening today, I have a question for you to think about. What is one simple thing you do every day that makes you happy?
That is a great question to think about. Thank you for listening to the English Echo.
Keep practicing English every day.
Small steps can make a big difference.
See you in the next episode.